If it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. Next on Madden Football.
It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
This returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
For so many years, Mike, the conversation was, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL? And I think now, after winning back-to-back Super Bowls 3 and 4 years, it's not so much, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL now? It's, is he entering the conversation as being one of the best quarterbacks of all time? I certainly am one of those people that believe that's the case. He has a chance through the rest of his career, now not even being 30 years old, to accomplish a lot of things that are unheard of at the NFL level.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. That's taken in by the running back, Piron. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Open man downfield, it is Hopkins. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it's going to bring up a third down.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. Now he takes off. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Mahomes now on second down. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Here's Pacheco. Good blocking, and he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Off play action. Here's Williams. He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. So after 1, it's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That is left side and taken in by Allen. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll go play action here with Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They put Kelsey in motion. Once again, it's Pacheco. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy.
What that play call tells me is that play caller made up his mind. We're on 3rd and inches. If we don't get it, we're going for it on 4th down. So he really treated that 3rd down like 2nd down. They work the outside part of the field. Simple pitch and catch. It's a nice pickup.
Quick throw here, taken by Hopkins. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. Motion man is Rice. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Mahomes now to throw again. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If you're gonna take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Pacheco. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs move out on top, 14-0. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bears offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We got a strong first half out of the running back, Isaiah Pacheco. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
This is an RPO, and quickly they'll hit Allen. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. A play fake. Now Williams. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Bears sending out their punt team. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Chiefs offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Mahomes back. That's complete left side to Worthy. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Third and 5. Patrick to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. Call it a gain of 13. First down, KC.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Gray is the motion man here. First down throw, Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. That is caught by the tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
And Butker on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense about ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. And he's going to be taken down, but a marker is on the field, and we need to check this call. Tevin Jenkins, the man called for the flag. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll get about 5. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Williams. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And 3rd down coming up.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
On the move past the 40. And he will finally be taken down. How about that? A really big play as the final one here in the 3rd. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Give up the middle with Swift. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again with Swift. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. On the bootleg, it's Williams. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Gerald Everett. Touchdown, Bears. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back. And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He's got it, and the Bears get back in it. It is 21-7. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward, got 8 yards, and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
On the ground, this is Hunt. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? And this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Here's Piron. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down. A handoff to Pacheco. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. A give here to Pacheco. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They take care of business here at home. It's a game they were expected to win. They had no problems in the end as they cruise to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious as we say so long from Arrowhead.